What up, folks? It's your boy Dash back in the building with my word of the day. Pardon me if I look sweaty. I can't tell if I do or not, but I am sweaty. I just finished working out. Whew, and it was real, y'all. But speaking of which, that's a perfect segue. Thank you, Father, for my word of the day, which is strength. Strength for all y'all country folks. Strength, though. You need strength. You need strength, and it's a bunch of different reasons why you need strength. And as always, I'm going to give you three. You need strength in decision making. Decision making is essential to life. Obviously, life is a series of decisions that you make, and you live through the outcome, pretty much. But the reason why strength is needed in decision making is because, strength as opposed to weakness is how I'm going to present it. So if it's a decision that you have in front of you that you need to make, and it's a tough one. Now, most people, humans at least, I don't know about aliens or anything else, but most humans, for the most part, their first thought is the weak one. The one that is the least difficult, the one that carries the least trouble, the one that carries the least strife or pain, or the one that it doesn't take as much to make, especially when it comes to picking a job or picking your friends, or picking where you want to live, or, your next step, on your journey to greatness. And if you build an empire, if you want to, change your career, so forth and so on, all of that, that weak thought is going to be the first one that comes in. And you have a certain amount of time to push that weak thought out and let the strength win. Because the strength is going to let you know that, hey, if you're scared of it, run to it. Weak is going to say, I'm scared, I'm going to stay away from it. I'm going to just stay over here and be comfortable. Listen, comfortable don't bring no results. Comfortable don't bring no results. Yeah, you can sit at home. It's comfortable to sit at home and, relax, but if you never get up, it ain't going to be so comfortable in the future, is it? So you need that strength to push out those weak thoughts, because everybody has them. We're human. But that strength is needed. That strength is needed to push out weak thoughts. Strength and weakness is the difference between, being where you want to be and being where you are. That's simply put. Strength is necessary. Sometimes you got to fight yourself. Sometimes you got to fight your mind in that decision making process. Sometimes you got to, look yourself in the mirror and ask yourself those really hard questions. And sometimes the answer takes strength to be honest with. Everybody needs to ask themselves hard questions, because if you're not asking yourself any hard questions, then I know that you're only getting easy answers. And easy answers don't bring progress. I promise you. Next up, you need strength to put in that work. To put in the work. Sometimes the work is overwhelming. Listen, I just finished doing my workout, and when I got up, it felt like my legs were gonna fall from under me because the workout that I did was. I just finished the workout plan yesterday, and I started a new one that's a little harder, and it's, a lot harder, and it's hard. But the strength that live in me, the strength that God gave me, the strength that I know that I got, said, look, you got to push through. You got to push through. And my kids doing this workout with me, so if I give up, they're going to learn to give up when it's hard. Strength, you need to put in that work. Listen, this is how you know you really care about something. If you're willing to do it, if you're willing to work hard at it without any compensation, then that's strength. That's passion. Passion and strength go hand in hand, because if you ain't passionate about it, what strength you gonna put to it? I mean, honestly, even people going to work, they might not be passionate about their workplace, but they're passionate about what they're providing for. So that strength is pushed by that passion. You need strength to put in the work. Because putting in the work is the most essential part of this journey that we own. Putting in the work. I don't know. Prophetess Rihanna said it. Work. You got to do the work. And because if you don't do the work, you're just standing still. You just running in place. You just sitting there telling yourself what you want to do. I'm going to get to it tomorrow. I'm going to start it when I get right. Versus if you start it when you get right, you ain't never going to start it because you never going to get right. You only going to be able to get to it. Get to it. Put the work in. The work. The work. I don't know how many times I feel the spirit to keep saying the work. Do the work. Put the work in. To feel like you're going to get results without putting no work in is insane anyway. That's insanity. Trying to look for different outcomes and doing the same exact thing you've been doing. Put the work in. Stop being lazy. Stop being weak. Use your strength and put the work in. Last point. That strength will keep you going. See, because listen, when you're putting in the work, I don't care who you are. If you're putting in the work like you're supposed to, you're going to get to a point where your body is going to say, look, I can't do this no more. Your mind is going to say, look, I can't do this no more. But the strength, and this is only strength given to you by the Father. See, because your human mind is going to say, give up. Your human mind is going to say, your earthly mind is going to say, give up. But it's your spiritual mind that gives you the strength that says, look, no weapon formed against you will prosper. And if you know that the weapon won't prosper against you, I mean, that's enough for me to keep going. If I know that the work that I'm doing is getting put towards something good, I'm not going to stop. I can't stop. That's extra strength right there. And if that ain't enough strength for you, you got plenty other things that's strength. Your kids, their future, how they raise their kids, the women and men they grow up to be. That should be strength, motivation to give you strength enough because, listen, the world we live in and with these babies and how the world is worlding and how people are peopling, listen, we got to instill as much strength in these children as we can because, listen, they didn't grow up the way we grew up. The way we grew up, and I'm talking about the people in my age range, my family, my big cousins, and all of y'all, the ones that's in the same age group as me, they didn't grow up how we grew up. So they ain't as battle tested as we didn't have a choice but to be. If you grew up in a borough, Murfreesboro, North Carolina to be exact, Hertford County, in the surrounding areas, Ahoskie, Woodland, what else? I'm drawing a blank here. Woodland, Winton, Mapleton. What's up to my Mapleton family? Holla. If you grew up in that area, you know. Remember what it was like in the projects in 2004, 2005, 2003, that era. Remember what it was like in Manus Neck back then. Remember what it was like in Como and Deep Como back then. Remember what it was like in the projects. Remember what it was like on East Main, all them areas in the borough. If you're from the borough, I hope you watch this video because I just gave you a lot of pride in the city, but the town. But like all our kids aren't battle tested like we were. Because it was stuff that we had to go through that was out of our control. Our parents were parenting us the best way that they knew how. And unfortunately, our parents didn't have all the right answers. And which is cool because we don't have all the right answers. But we have to instill this strength in these kids because they need it right now. Because they're going to need it to give it to their kids. Because this world that we live in is only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse. It's not going to get no better. Because it's the world. The world belongs, the world Satan rules the world. This is his playground. So every avenue that he can wreak havoc on, that's what he's gonna do. So he's gonna do it in the media. He's gonna do it with social media. He's gonna do it through people. He's gonna do it through your boss, through your manager. Even if they allow it, he's gonna do it through your kinfolk. And that's just being real. So these kids need all the strength, and if we don't have it, we can't give it. If we don't have strength, we can't give it. So people, build your strength. Listen, and your strength comes from the Father. Listen, you can build physical strength working out, yeah, but mental strength don't come from working out. That comes from the Father. All right, y'all. Dash out. Love y'all.